15 then. He might have already turned 16. But then, I've always, even while we've been doing this project, I've got a couple other projects going on too. The Watson Wheeler Band, which is me and Robert, just a two-man acoustic show. And then the Fog Blues Band, which I've been playing lead guitar for, like I said, about 10 years. And our bass player left a couple of years ago to go to another band, and whenever he did, Garrett stepped up and has filled that slot. So it was only natural when we got ready to do the album for Garrett to come on and play on the album with us. And it has been just a super cool experience. I was glad that he had done some studio work with other bands in basement studios and stuff, and I was very happy to be able to include him and get him some experience in a professional studio.
Now, Gary, you yourself, you have also played with other bands before Cliff Wheeler Band, correct?
Yes. Yep, up in New Jersey.
In Jersey?
Oh, yeah.
I love their coffee.
Yep. Yeah, they got good coffee. Bagels.
And as it was stated earlier, you hooked up with Cliff in the 80s, but before hooking up with Cliff, how long had you been on the music scene and dabbling with that?
I hate to even say it, but since the 70s.
Oh, really?
Played a bunch of clubs, yeah. I remember opening for Blackfoot a couple times when they first started, and when they moved to New Jersey. It was pretty wild. But I did a lot of original music. I didn't really do covers.
Well,
so,
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking with the amount of decades you guys got in the music scene, and with the many different bands and what have you, I can only imagine. I mean, do your influences range from the 70s till today, or is it kind of like all your influences came from the 70s?
No, I love the 60s. Eric Clapton with Cream, that was like my guitar player. So it was like from then till Godsmack now, everybody.
Oh, wow.
Anybody who played with Ozzy, any guitar player with Ozzy, Whitesnake, they're all great. So, or Dio. So.
Mm-hmm. And same with you, Cliff. You kind of picked up on a few influences from back then till now, or have you kind of been stuck in the past?
No, well, my son might say I'm stuck in the past. Garrett might, but no, my influences to a certain degree mirror what Gary's saying, but I've also, which I think you can hear in the songs, I've also been influenced by, one of my big influences is Willie Nelson, but I cross a lot of genres in what I listen to, and I think it sort of comes through in the songs that I write. But Stevie Ray, Willie, Eric Clapton here recently. I've been listening to a lot of I'm drawing a blank. Whitey Morgan and the 78s. They're a great band. Everything. I was just at a Metallica concert week before last, so I think everything you listen to, including each other and all the musicians that I've played with over the years, have all influenced what I do.
It's a lot of years. It's a lot of influences. Now I got to tell you, Cliff. Now when we first got your music and we were ready to debut you, I sat down and do what I always do. I kind of read into stuff and kind of looked up who you were. And I got to be honest, when I first saw you in your picture, I thought I was going to be listening to some straight up country. And I'm talking like grandma's country. I don't know why I thought that, but I did. That's the first thought that I had when I saw you. And when I played the very first song, I got to tell you, I was shocked. What do you consider? What genre would you consider yourselves?
Man, I have heard it called everything, and it's just good music, or I hope it's good music. It's absolutely rocking. Um, I think it's blues influenced, it's country influenced, and it's just sort of a fusion of all of that together. Uh, the engineer that recorded it, we worked with, a great guy out of Wilmington at Hourglass Studios named Trent Harrison. He said it was Texas outlaw country, but I'm real familiar with outlaw country, and we are way more rocking than your normal outlaw country. So it just sort of crosses the boundaries, man. I don't know what you call it.
Outlaw rock and roll.
Yes,
that's it. We like it.
I was going to say, so what you're saying is outlaw country is weak compared to what you're doing.
Oh, I don't know that I go quite there because I love outlaw country.
All right, I just thought I'd start a little controversy is all.
I don't want Whitey sending me ugly emails.
All right, so let me do this. We're going to take a quick break here, you guys. Don't go anywhere. Let's see. We're going to do some... Oh, I got a new one we'll get to here in a bit that you sent to us tonight, which is awesome. Thank you so much. We're going to hear a new one from the Cliff Wheeler Band. But right now, we're going to do Vicious Cycle, and we'll be right back with Cliff Wheeler and Gary Orlando in just a few minutes here.
I don't know where I left my ride. Oh, it's a vicious cycle. Late again, they're letting me go. Blew my cash, I'm out of dough. Yeah, it's a vicious cycle. Living in the gray between right or wrong. That troubled road leads on and on when you ride that vicious cycle. My pay, whistle blows, get out of my way. Yeah, it's a vicious cycle. Cut a trail to the water hole, the Emberker can soothe my soul. Oh, it's a vicious cycle. Living in the gray between right or wrong, that trouble road leads on and on when you ride that vicious cycle. Daddy used to say, a little bit of the rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Sorry, Mom, can't live that way. Goes round and round, there's hell to pay when you ride that vicious cycle. Enough, can't get you fill of that wicked stuff. Oh, it's a vicious cycle. When the bottle seems like your best friend, you know you'll never see the end of this vicious cycle. Living in the gray between right or wrong, that trouble road goes on and on when you ride that vicious cycle. Oh, I live this vicious cycle. Oh, get off this vicious cycle. that you play always stood on my